Inside a week until Super Bowl 60, we are 72 hours from the trade deadline, 3 Eastern, this Thursday, and Giannis continues to wait on a potential new home, trade destination, possibly loading. We got the guy in studio to talk about it. If Milwaukee doesn't move him at the deadline, Giannis still has 1 guaranteed year left on his deal. As I mentioned, Shams Charania joining the program right now. Shams, obviously the phone's lighting up. It's going to be a hectic and busy next 72 hours. What is the latest on this man in Milwaukee?
So, guys, over the weekend, the Bucks remain engaged, listening to teams, and they've also submitted counteroffers to some of the aggressive proposals they've gotten. Giannis Antetokounmpo, for all intents and purposes, is ready for his exit from Milwaukee, whether it's at the deadline or in the offseason. He's informed the necessary Bucks officials and communicate to them that he believes it's time for both sides to have a fresh start. So who are the most active teams in all of this? Miami, Minnesota, Golden State, and New York have emerged as the most serious suitors for Giannis between now and the deadline. And then if it potentially stretches into the offseason, the big thing to monitor over the next 3-4 days is, will a team emerge that matches the price point that the Bucks have set? My indications are that they want a young talent, blue chip talent, and or a surplus of draft picks. So does a team reach that mark? And do the Bucks feel like, listen, the risk reward, doing a deal now by Thursday, or is there some risk if you wait till the offseason when Giannis has just 1 year left on his deal? So he's essentially an expiring contract where he's going to be able to dictate a lot of his offseason and where he wants to land. This has a massive domino effect on the entire NBA. There's layers upon layers of teams waiting to see what happens with the Bucks and Giannis.
And other superstars, right, are waiting to see where their destination might be based on where Giannis goes. Another name, Sean, so that we should keep an eye on here at the trade deadline around the league is what?
Another guy that's been looked at as one of the faces of the NBA at different points, Ja Morant, the multi-time All-Star with the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have been entertaining offers for Morant for the better part of the last month, and there's multiple teams that have been interested. Now, it's very similar to the Trae Young situation from earlier in the season, where Trae Young got moved. He had 1 year left on his deal. He was a guy whose value was really, for a couple contracts. But Ja Morant does have multiple years left on his deal after this year, so that'll be interesting to watch. And then Anthony Davis, we've been talking about it a year ago today he was traded for Luka Doncic. Well, the Mavericks are taking calls on AD going into the last 3-4 days before the deadline. I would look at Atlanta and Toronto if there's a trade to be a potential suitor. But the Mavericks could also just wait for the offseason. 2 more names, Michael Porter Jr. with the Nets and Domantas Sabonis with the Kings. We'll see potentially could they be on the move as well.
Massive names potentially this season, would be the biggest names to move, if not for last year. You broke it 1 year ago today. Luka to the Lakers. What do you remember about that 365 days ago?
See, with Giannis, everyone's expecting it. It's been a saga that's played out over a period of time. This happened in a period of just 4 or 5 minutes, right? And this really, there you go.
Look at the numbers, Sean.
Look at the numbers, dude. That's one tweet I know I could not have gotten no typos. You can't have a typo in this tweet because it'll be seen forever. But, I mean, listen, it was so late at night. It was on a Saturday night, literally a year ago to the day when the Lakers beat the Knicks at the Garden. This year they lost to the Knicks.
114.8 million views.
That tweet went triple platinum, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Sean saying goodbye to the Cathedral. Unless we get the finals that Gary's predicting, Lakers and Knicks.
All I'm saying, dude,
is outside shot.
Just a chip in a chair, dude. That's a poker reference.
I had a chip in a chair? All right. How about LeBron and Melo embracing before the game, and then LeBron doing what he always does, man. Just living ATR. As you say, Gary, above the rim.
He's a Nike guy.
That's fine.
Reebok, man.
I was more of an and one guy myself, but that's OG Anunoby. He had a 3. Third straight 20-point game, longest streak of the season. Actually, Big Dog apparel. They made Husky size.
Dude, if you can't run with the big dog, stay on the porch.
If you don't like the view, never changes from the porch. Luka Doncic spinning step back. He and Spike have a moment, and then LeBron a floater. This is an expensive ticket at MSG, man. Even for a school night, even for a weeknight. And Landry Shamet was there with a money performance. He hits a 3. The Knicks are up by 5. Brunson said, hey, when the shot's not falling, you got to impact the game somewhere else. That was one of the few shots he made. He only had 12 points, season low for a game where he played more than 5 minutes. LeBron one of 2 threes. 87-82, the Lakers.
Randy's flu game.
Trailing by only 5. Then Brunson to Anunoby. Brunson a season high 13 dimes. Anunoby had 25 points. Knicks have an 8-point lead heading into the 4th. Now, Braun driving, floating jump, You'll float too. We all float down here. He had 22 points, fewest for him at MSG since 2020. He and Luka only combining for 8 points in the fourth quarter. Landry Shamet would outscore the both of them combined. The three, another three. He had 6 threes, did Shamet, and Josh Hart saying, hey, that's what we're capable of. It's not always going to be JB or Cat's night. We have enough guys to score points, and that guy was Landry Shamet. Some post-game antics. Luka's going to give a middle finger to his former teammate, Jalen Brunson. And Brunson everybody picks on Brunson, man. Old teammates, current teammates. LeBron James, meanwhile, saying goodbye potentially to Madison Square Garden if he does hang it up after this season. And he'll forever be a part of the MSG's, just the Mecca's history. Despite the 22-point performance last night, James still averaging a robust 28 and change in his career at MSG. The second highest all-time for a visiting player. That's ahead of Kareem and behind only MJ.
LeBron James, 32 career games at Madison Square Garden in the regular season. He is 23-9. I'm going to try to learn how to speak English when we welcome in David Dennis Jr. into the program. D, how is this loss representative of a larger problem for the Lakers right now?
Yeah, because you're the Lakers, you're looking at this game and you're looking at the Knicks, and these are two teams going in totally opposite directions because the Knicks have all the things that the Lakers want. You have a game where the Knicks' two best players score 11 points and 12 points, and they still win by double digits. There's no world where Luka Doncic and LeBron James can have that kind of game and they can get that kind of help. You have OG with 25, Shamet with 23, Hart with 20, and then on the other side, you have a Knicks team that has held the Lakers' offense to 44 points in the second half. Meanwhile, the Lakers cannot stop anybody. That zone defense was embarrassing to watch. They could not stop anybody from shooting threes. They couldn't get rebounds when they did get a stop. This just looks like a Lakers team that is going downhill right at the exact same time that the Knicks are clicking.
4-3 on this current 8-game road trip. They close things out, head back west after a game with the Nets. David Dennis Jr., stand by. Randy, what you got?
Let's get to the other team from L.A. How about the Clippers taking on the Suns in Phoenix? Kawhi Leonard averaging 27.7 points per game, not an all-star. Here's his head coach, Ty Lue, on that.
But Kawhi, I think to me, the last 6 weeks been the best player in the NBA. It was just tough to see, so I feel bad for Kawhi.
It's high praise. High praise.
He's not really wrong.
No, man, awesome. Kawhi's been healthy, he's been active, and he's been scoring, and hits that little mid-range and one. And here's the thing. Clippers have won 7 of 9 when closing as underdogs. They were plus 2.5 at DraftKings Sportsbook. Kawhi, 14 points in the first half. We go to the third quarter. Clippers go up by 8 because Kawhi's getting whatever he wants. We got a rare smile from Leonard. Clippers have won 17 of 21. Best record in the NBA since December 20th. Kawhi baseline on 2 Suns. What sort of alien planet is this? He hits it. 27th consecutive 20-point game. Longest streak of his career.
Oh, the handle.
Yep. 3 away from Blake Griffin's franchise record. That's his only 3 of the game. 14-point lead. Then Kawhi contested, mid-range. Gary, what do we say?
It's not mid. It's hit it.
It's anything but mid. 25 points. And then Kawhi Leonard, is that the face of someone who won the game?
Nah, man, he looks excited.
17-93. David Dennis Jr. is back with us. All right, David, listen, the NBA revealing the All-Star reserves on Sunday. Kawhi's not in there. We're going to show you some of the reserves for the February 15th mid-season showcase. For a 22nd straight year, LeBron is an All-Star. But Kawhi's not on this list since Christmas, averaging 29.4 points per game, among the top 5 in that span. And it's not just on a sinking ship. His team is playing good basketball. We told you 17 of 21 they've won. David, which name sticks out to you as an All-Star snub?
I mean, the answer is obvious. It's Kawhi Leonard. And it's actually embarrassing that he is not an all-star. 28 points in the season, leading the league in steals. We've never had somebody with his accumulation of stats not be an all-star. He's 7th in scoring in the league. Other top 8, they're all all-stars. This feels like something other than basketball. It feels punitive for what happened in the offseason with the scandal and everything like that. This feels similar on a small scale to what the NFL did with Belichick, and that we're going to punish you for something that's not related to how you play. And maybe you'll get in with the injury with somebody else, but you're not going to get voted in. It feels silly that Kawhi Leonard is not an all-star, and then add in the fact that James Harden is also averaging 25 points, and you don't have a Clipper being on their home All-Star court. This is going to be the second time in NBA history that two players averaging 25 points in the same team and neither of them make the All-Star game. If I'm Kawhi Leonard, I have got to be furious, or as emotive as Kawhi Leonard could be, over this whole situation because there is no excuse for him not to be an All-Star right now.
You mentioned the injury caveat. Adam Silver could still name a Clipper as a replacement for Giannis Antetokounmpo. We'll see if that comes to pass. David Dennis Jr., we appreciate it.